Hey friends, Amanda here, Bare Bones Living. Welcome back. And today is going to be a little bit of a different video for me. As I shared on my previous video, we lost one of our bourbon red turkeys on the 4th of July in an accident. She got her head stuck, tangled in our fencing and ended up suffocating. So we had an accident. If you guys were with me on my 4th of July live, I exited the live saying that I had to go untangle a turkey. And unfortunately, by the time I got there, she was already gone. I didn't realize they get caught up in the netting frequently, and I was not alarmed to the situation because it happens frequently to them. But unfortunately, this was like the perfect storm, and usually it was their foot that was getting caught, and this time it was a head, which was devastating, and we are working to fix the situation so that doesn't happen again. But it was devastating. It was one of our females. We believe that we had 2 females and 4 males, which is not the greatest of ratios, because we got them as meat birds, but also we needed breeding pairs to give us more turkeys later. And so it being a female is not ideal. If we are correct, we are down to 1 female now, which is not cool. But we're going to try to turn this around and not make it the worst thing in the world. Accidents do happen. We are bettering our fencing for these turkeys, and we're not going to let her go to waste. And so what I'm going to do is, we got a plucker, and we researched pluckers a lot. They are not cheap, but we wanted something that was good. So we actually got the yard bird, and we've had it for a little while now and haven't had a reason to use it. So I figured now is a great opportunity to have us give it a try. One of the reasons why I chose the yard bird is because it is supposed to be able to process 2 chickens at once, or 1 turkey. Obviously she was only 11 weeks old, so she's about the size of a chicken right now. So it won't really be like the test of a turkey. I'm guessing she's about 7 pounds. But either way, we're going to get to trial our yard bird, which we haven't done yet. So I started to open it up, and then I went, maybe someone else might want to see this. So I figured I would bring you guys along with me. So like I said, I started opening this, and then I figured someone might want to see what came in this. So we got the manual. I believe there is some assembly required. We'll find out. Okay. These look like some legs, maybe. I don't know how heavy this drum is. I might have to tip it. Yeah. one way to do it. Ugh, I hate all this styrofoam, such a mess. Assuming this is the bottom. Alright, so we have a yard bird assembled, and I intended on bringing you guys along with me for the unboxing and assembly of the yard bird, but in true YouTube creator drama, all of my batteries were simultaneously dead. So you guys did miss out on that. I apologize for that. Assembly was fairly easy. Most of it was put together. It was just tightening some bolts. Instructions were not that great, but it is together and we are ready to give it a try. So even though we were absolutely devastated to lose one of our turkeys, we're not going to let her go to waste. As I mentioned, she was, we know why she died. She was freshly dead. There's nothing wrong with her, and we are going to process her and eat her. And this is going to be a nice refresher course for us, because we did raise meat chickens in Chicago, but that was like 3 years ago. And so we haven't done this whole process in 3 years. And we're going to be using this yard bird for the first time. So here I have my scolder heating up. I have it at 150 degrees. It's a little higher than 150 degrees. But the minute that I put her in, it's going to drop the temperature. But basically I'm just going to put her in there and dip her in a couple times until her feathers pull out fairly easily. And I have a little hub glove here in case I need it. But because this happened on the 4th of July, we had plans for the 4th of July, of course. So we did not have time to address her at the moment. So we decided to, Mike bled her out a little bit as much as he could. And we decided to deal with her at another time when we had actual time to actually process her. So we froze her. And then yesterday I pulled her out so that she could thaw. And it's the weekend now, so we have time to actually do this. And like I said, we got this yard bird in anticipation of processing our own birds. We got Bielefelders and Bards to process our own birds. And so this will be nice to trial it out. And also we got these turkeys we got specifically for eating. So even though she's just a baby and she's young, it's still, we'll see what it's like, even on a smaller scale. Water is running. It is spinning. We have our hose hooked up in there. Bucket underneath. Yep, go ahead. she looks like?
A little broken.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, this is what happens when you scold for too long. This is definitely my fault. But that's why, like I said, it's good to practice. I'm not sure if the fact that she was frozen and then thawed, that has anything to do with it. Like it wasn't like a fresh, when she was freshly dead. But her feathers weren't coming out while I was scalding her, and that's what I was using as my gauge. And then I was like, I feel like this is taking too long, and so I just pulled her out. And so you can see she's kind of, like the meat started to cook a little bit. And it totally just demolished her. Probably should have just hand plucked her. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to skin her. I mean, it totally destroyed her wings, took off her head. I mean, that's what went down into the barrel, so that makes sense. So she isn't pretty, but that's okay. You live and learn. The Yardbird did a fairly good job. For what it was supposed to do. This wasn't the fault of the Yardbird. This was the scolding. I think had I actually turned off the motor when I asked Mike if I should turn off the motor, she wouldn't have been beaten up so bad, but it is what it is. Can you get me a bowl?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna skin her
Whatever.
and part her out, and we'll just like spatchcock her, kind of a deal, or
Whatever. Just let me know when I can turn the generator.
was that her head?
Yes, it was.
Was it stuck underneath there?
Oh, yeah. It was all mangled.
Ew. Nuts. All right. Well. Oh yeah, they've been eating it. They love it.
Oh, I get it.
What?
These nipples that go down
Keep it from.
spin, and so it drags stuff into the hole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, her organs are still partially frozen. So we have yummy turkey dinner for tonight. So what was this video? An unboxing of our yard bird. Oh, no, that's right, because I didn't catch that. Assembling our yard bird. No, I didn't catch that either. How to scold your turkey. Absolutely not. How to butcher a turkey. Wasn't that either. But in the end, we ended up with a turkey dinner. The wings, like I said, they just kind of got torn up. I ended up just skinning the rest of the bird. What I could salvage of the wings, I just got the rest of the skin off, and I'm going to save those for making broth. I'm going to save the carcass, the neck, the feet, and the wings for broth, so those won't go to waste. I cooked up the liver and the heart for my animals, put the feathers and the blood into compost. We used about as much of her as we possibly could, so that she wouldn't go to waste. And mostly this video is just about rolling with the punches. We had, you know, a tragedy that she passed, unfortunately. It's a big loss for our farm, but we have made the most of her. We got to trial our yard bird. That was not a good representation of a yard bird because it wasn't the yard bird's fault. I scolded her too long. I'm going to say that because she was frozen and we thawed her out, the feathers just weren't coming out, and so I scolded her longer, and I was like, wait, this seems like it's taking way too long. And that's when I just decided just to pull her out, and it was too long. I started cooking her, and that's why she just got basically obliterated. So that was totally my fault, but lesson learned. And we will try the yard bird again and do better next time. But we have used what we can from her, and we are about to go have a delicious dinner. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Sorry it was such a bumpy one. And I got a hungry family to feed. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by today and joining in on our journey here at Bare Bones Living. We'll catch you on the next one.